Hello dear children. Now in this video we will have a look at the solution of question number 3 and question number 4 from page number 47. Okay, 47 and 48. Okay, so this is the question of accounting equation, question number 3, 4. Okay, 3, 4 and 5. 5 I want you to do by self. Okay, you can try it whether you can solve on your own or not. Okay, and you can send me your homework. So let us start with question number 3. So before we start with question number 3, I want to take you to this page one more time, that this is your equation of accounting. Okay, I mean this is the accounting equation. So A is equals to C plus L, which is, that is, assets is equals to capital plus liabilities. Okay, so now let us have a look at here. So this is your format of accounting equation. Okay, so it's not necessary to draw this line, okay, that I have drawn out here. Actually it's in the Word format, so automatically it will be out there. Okay, so in copy it's not necessary to draw these lines. I mean this one, this particular line, this single line, this vertical line, okay, this vertical line out here, and this vertical line out here. Okay, but the other lines you have to draw, okay, as it is, just as I have mentioned out here. Okay, as I have drawn out here, you have to draw the lines. Okay, anyway, so when you start the work in accountancy, in uh, in each and every single question, okay, whatever you do, whatever you prepare, be it accounting equation, be it journal, ledger, trial balance, cash book, subsidiary books, okay, final accounts, and you go to class 12, okay, and you prepare varieties of accounts out there. So all the time you have to start with this, in the books of. Okay, if in the question name of a company or an organization is not mentioned, then you can simply just do like this. I mean dot dot dot. Okay, you can just place it like this, dot dot dot. But if the name is given, then you must write the name. Okay, and after that you have to write what you are preparing. Okay, journal or ledger, whatever. Okay, so first you will write in the books of Parveen Tailoring Company. This is question number 3, by the way. Okay, and you will write accounting equation for the month of October. Okay, so this is your serial number column. Okay, and in serial number column we will place the numbers as it is given out here. Okay, you will place them accordingly. But before you start the work, what you have to do is that you have to prepare a rough work, okay, in a separate piece of paper or in your rough copy or a rough page. What you do is that what accounts are involved out here. Okay, so let me just take you to another page. Okay, so now let me show you out here that in A, okay, that in A, what is mentioned? The proprietor invested rupees 5,000 to start the business. Okay, so by proprietor we mean the entrepreneur or the owner. Okay, so he is investing rupees 5,000 to start a business. So what accounts are involved out here? Cash and capital. He is investing the money, okay, in the form of cash, and whenever he invests the money, it becomes your capital. Okay, and now you may ask me a question, where the cash is mentioned out here. Cash is not mentioned out here. The proprietor invested rupees 5,000 to start the business, but where is the cash mentioned? If in question, if nothing is mentioned, then we will always assume it to be cash. Okay, If it is specifically mentioned, it is bank or any form of asset, then you will write that. Okay, but if nothing is mentioned, then we will assume it to be cash. Okay. Now out here in point number B, it is mentioned out here, purchased sewing machine for rupees 5,300. So you are purchasing sewing machine. Okay, and then the cash is involved out here. Okay, cash is involved. He is paying 3,300 in cash and the balance on credit. So when the balance it remains, that is the credit, which means we have this creditors. Creditors are involved. So creditors are those group of people whom we have to pay. Okay, so if you take credit for from someone else, for example, you take credit from me. Okay, if you have taken 500 rupees as credit from me, then I will be your creditor. Okay, so you can assume that I am your creditor. Similarly, out here, uh, Parveen Tailoring Company is purchasing a sewing machine from the supplier. Okay, and that supplier will be the creditor because he is paying 3,300 and the remaining balance, that is 2,000, is on credit. So the company have to make the payment to the supplier. So the supplier is now creditor to him. Why? Because the sewing machine is still on credit rupees 2,000, which is outstanding. Okay. Now point number C, purchased stores for cash rupees 230. So stores is mentioned out here. So stores, we will write stores and nothing is mentioned. If nothing is mentioned, then we will assume it to be cash. Okay, remember, every time it will be cash. Okay, if nothing is mentioned. Okay, so what is the stores, by the way? By stores, we mean the consumables, okay, which can be used for the purpose of the business. Like he has purchased this sewing machine, okay, and in the sewing machine we need the threads, right? So threads and other things. Okay, that is your stores, by the way. Okay, now let's go to D out here. Now in D we can see that he is receiving rupees 1,800 as tailoring charges during the first month of operations. So uh, this these words, during the first month of operations, just ignore this. Okay, just focus on received rupees 1,800 as tailoring charges. So by providing the service, the company is earning the money. So nothing is mentioned out here. So basically it will be cash. Okay, and where will we record? Because each and every transaction, okay, it has two aspects, that is debit and credit. Okay, so if cash is being debited, then what to credit out here? Nothing is mentioned. Okay, then if nothing is mentioned, then again we will assume it to be capital. Okay, now point number E, paid rent for the month of rupees 200. Okay, now you are paying the rent. So rent is an expense, so you pay the cash. Okay, if nothing is mentioned, first comes cash. So here cash is involved, and again nothing is mentioned, so it will be assumed to be capital. Okay, paid rent. Now again in F, same thing, paid salaries of rupees 500. So you are paying the cash, so cash will decrease. So again it will be capital, because if one thing is debited, if cash is being debited, then there should be the credit. So there is nothing to be credited out here. Okay, so we will assume it to be capital. Okay, now in point number G, paid rupees 500 to suppliers of sewing machine. Now this is for the sewing machine. These are the suppliers. So you are paying cash. So cash will get reduced and creditors will also get reduced by 500. So both cash and creditors are involved out here. So one item is debited, the other one is credited out here. Okay. Now H, stores used during the month rupees 120. Now stores are being used. Stores will decrease whatever the threads that you have purchased out here. Okay. So when you sew the clothes, okay, when you stitch anything, then the stores will be consumed, isn't it? The threads will be consumed, so that the threads will decrease. So stores is being consumed out here, stores is getting decreased. And what to include out here? Nothing is mentioned, so it will be capital. Now after preparing this, what you will do is that you will highlight the items, okay, what are falling under the category of assets. So under assets, let me just show you out here. Under assets, what items are falling? First is cash. Okay, so this is your cash. Now let me highlight this cash with okay, yellow color. Okay, so cash, again cash is out here, cash is out here again. So this is cash, again this is cash. Okay, cash, cash. Okay, so this is your cash. So cash is your asset. Now the next asset will be your sewing machine. Okay, sewing machine. So there is no sewing machine out here. The next will be stores. Okay, and what is remaining now? You can see capital and creditors. Okay, so let me highlight this with green. Capital, capital, capital. So sorry, one is capital, okay, and the other one is creditors. Simple. Okay, so after doing this, what you will do is that you will prepare a format. Okay, because before we prepare the format or the proforma, okay, this is called proforma or format. Okay, we don't say it as a format. It sounds so absurd. Okay, we call it proforma, Proforma, proforma. Okay, so this is a format or the proforma. So how many number of columns to be made? Okay, how do we know? If we do this rough work, we will come to know that how many columns we have to make. Okay, so this will guide you. So for assets, there must be 3 columns. So you can see it out here. Under assets, there are 3 columns. Okay, cash, sewing machine, and stores. Okay, and for capital and creditors, we have this. Okay, for capital and creditors. Okay, there can be other things also, like outstanding rent. Okay, uh, bank overdraft, or it can be your loan taken. Okay, contingent liability. Okay, so there can be other things also out here under this section, so we will not go into it. Okay, And in fact, in accounting equation, you don't have to do those type of questions. Okay, questions will be very simple. Okay, so after you prepare this format, okay, after you prepare this format, you will start entering all the items from question. Okay, and always prepare this format with pencil. Okay, use the scale. Okay, so the lines will be straight. Okay, use pencil, because if there is any mistake, okay, while preparing the format, you can erase it and you can remake it. Okay, don't use pen, it will waste the pages. Okay, if there's any mistake in making the format. Okay, now let us start with point number A. So in point A, we have this, we have already made this rough work out here. Okay, so this is guiding us. Okay, so prepare this in a separate piece of paper. Okay, because this is the initial stage and this is for the first time you are preparing accounting equation. So copy this item. Okay, you can pause the video. Okay, you can pause the video and you can copy this and keep it. Okay, and now start preparing accounting equation. Okay, so now this rough work will guide you. Okay, where to put the items. So the proprietor invested rupees 5,000 to start the business. So here there will be cash, okay, in point A, and capital of rupees 5,000. Okay, after this, after writing this point A, what you will do is that you will draw a line. Okay, just like this. Please draw the lines as I have drawn out here. Okay, so it will be 5,000, and again here 5,000. Okay, 5,000 here in capital and 5,000 in cash. Okay, and you will write equation out here. This is your first equation. Okay, so you will write equation, just equation. Okay, after this you will write point number B. Okay, purchased sewing machine for rupees 5,300, paying cash 3,300 in sorry, in cash and the balance on credit. So you are purchasing a sewing machine. So in this section you will write here, first write this item. Okay, write B out here, and then you write under this head sewing machine, you will write 5,300 out here. Okay, understood? Okay, you can write like this, and after that you will write 3,300. Okay, this is being actually subtracted out here. Okay, so you can use the minus sign out here. Okay, instead of bracket, minus 3,300. Okay, but why I have used bracket out here? Because in accounting, this bracket, it actually means the subtraction. Okay, so bracket, if there is any figure inside the bracket, which means it is a negative figure. Okay, it is being subtracted. Okay, so if you start practicing this way from class 11 only, it will be very much helpful when you reach class 12. Okay, so minus 3,300. Why minus 3,300? Because 3,300 is being subtracted. Cash is going out. Okay, if you have rupees 500 in your pocket and you go to market and purchase any commodity of rupees 300, then what happens to the amount of cash? Cash gets decreased. Okay, out of 500, 300 will be decreased and the remaining amount will be 200, isn't it? Similarly, out here, out of this 5,000, 3,200 will be subtracted. Okay, and here we have already written 5,300. So here 3,300 is being decreased, but the remaining amount, that is the balance amount, was on credit. So here you will write creditors because the creditors are increasing now. Okay, so the creditors are increasing, so you will write 2,000 out here. Okay, And now after this, you will write new equation. Okay, a new equation will be formed. Now draw a line out here. Okay, after B, you draw a line, and from 5,000, if you subtract 3,300, it will be 1,700. Okay, it will be 1,700. Okay, if you subtract this, okay, it will be 1,700. Okay, so 5,000 minus 3,300, it will be 1,700. Okay, and you will write plus out here. Okay, because this is your new equation. So make sure that in equation always write the signs. Okay, that is plus equals to. Okay, just write these signs properly. 1,700 for cash, that is the remaining balance in new equation, and for sewing machine it will be 5,300. Okay, capital will be same, that is 5,000, and creditors, it is now 2,000. Previously it was 0 out here. Okay, here it is 0. Okay, and in new equation also it was 0. Okay, no need to write for 0. Okay, so after that it will be 2,000 because the creditors are being created for the first time. Okay, now we will move on to point number C, purchased stores for cash. Now again the cash will decrease. Okay, so the cash is being decreased out here, and assets will increase. I mean the stores will increase. So you can see this adjustment out here, that within the periphery of assets it is functioning out here. Okay, so here cash will decrease and stores will increase. Okay, so point number C, purchased stores for cash. So cash will decrease and the stores will increase. Okay, again after that you will write new equation. 1,700 minus 230, it will be 1,470. Okay, you will write sewing machine as it is in new equation, and 230 for stores, and this capital and creditors. Okay, remember that this working note should be in front of you. Okay, because this will guide you. This will guide you. Okay, because you are preparing for the first time, so this will guide you. Okay, when you will practice accounting equation, when you will master this accounting equation without preparing this rough work, you can directly prepare accounting equation. Okay, but you need to practice a lot. Okay, now let us move on to point number D. Now in point number D, what is happening is that you are receiving cash, okay, for providing the services, okay, for sewing and stitching the clothes, rupees 1,800. So cash, okay, this 1,800 will come under this cash column. Okay, cash is being increased and capital will increase. Okay, again I want to refer to this working note. Okay, it should be in front of you. Okay, when you are preparing accounting equation, so please make this working note or rough work in a separate sheet of paper. Okay, and you start making accounting equation looking at that working note or rough work. Okay, so cash will increase and capital will also increase. Now you will move on to new equation. Okay, now if you plus this 2, it will be 1,470 plus 1,800, it will be 3,270. Okay, 3,270 new equation, plus 5,300 as it is, 230 for stores, and for capital it will be now 6,800. Okay, and it will be now for creditors it will be 2,000. Okay, I hope you are doing step by step. Okay, you can do one thing, you can pause the video, okay, and write it. Okay, again watch the video, pause it, do it in the copy instantly. Okay, don't wait for this video to get finished. Okay, pause the video, write it in your copy, again play, pause, okay, copy, play, pause, copy, okay. So do like that, okay. So let us move on to point number E. Paid rent for the month of, sorry, for the month rupees 200. So now you are paying the rent, so the cash will decrease. So cash is getting decreased out here, okay. 200, it is going out, okay. If you are not comfortable with this bracket, you can write minus sign out here, okay. So cash will decrease. Similarly, capital will also decrease out here, okay. So it will be now in the new equation, it will be 3070, okay. For cash, for sewing machine, it will be 5300. For stores, it will be 230, okay. For capital, it will be 6600, and for creditors, it will be 2000, okay. Now let us move on to point number F. Now in point number F, you are paying salaries, rupees 500. So cash will decrease again, okay. So cash is being decreased out here, okay. From 3070 rupees, if you subtract 500, it will be 2570, okay, in new equation. For sewing machine, it will be 5300. For stores, it will be 230. For capital, if you subtract 500, it will be 6100, okay. And this is your 2000, okay. Now I hope you can observe very clearly that both these items are being affected, okay. If assets are being affected out here, this capital and liabilities are also being affected, okay. So in each and every equation or new equation, if you plus these items together, okay, they will be always equal to each other, okay. Now we have to move on to point number G, okay. Now in point number G, you are making the payment to the suppliers of sewing machine, okay. So let me just, okay, do like this, okay. So point number G, you are making the payment of rupees 500, so cash will decrease. Now when you pay off your debt, okay, then what happens? If you are paying the creditors, your credit amount will get decreased, okay. So previously it was 2000, so out of 2000 you are making the payment of 500, so the remaining balance will be 1500, okay. So cash is being decreased out here, it will be now 2070 rupees. And for sewing machine, it will be 5300 as it is, okay. And stores, it will be 230. Capital will be 6100, and creditors will be 1500, because in point number G, you are making the payment of rupees 500, okay. Now the last point, that is H, stores used during the month rupees 120. So stores will be decreased, and capital will also decrease, okay. So ultimately, because this H was the last adjustment, okay, so after that there is no more adjustment given in the question, okay. So whatever the equation will be, okay, this is the last equation, so here we will write final equation, okay. So this is the end of it. So write cash as it is, sewing machine as it is, okay. Now 230 minus 120, it will be 110, okay. So subtract 6100 minus 120, it will be 5980, okay. And creditors, it will be just as it is, okay. So now if you plus these three items, okay, if you just plus it, okay, its total amount will be equal to this amount, okay. How much it will be? It will be 7480, okay. So if you total these three items, it will be 7480 rupees, okay. So equals to, if you plus this 2, it will be again 7480, okay. So this is how you will prepare accounting equation, okay.